Hi friends, today let's dive into the Hunger Games! The majority of the plot of this series is the rebellion led by President Coin in District 13 against President Snow in the capital. Ultimately, the rebels win and gain control of the capital and therefore of Panem.
Welcome to the new Panem!
This leads to a different Panem, a new Panem you could say, without the Hunger Games and with a more peaceful relationship between the districts. But what if the rebels had failed and President Snow had stayed in charge of the country?
You should imagine thousands upon thousands of your people dead. This town of yours reduced to ashes. Imagine it gone, made radioactive, buried under dirt as if it had never existed like District 13.
The first thing that would definitely happen is Snow would execute a lot of people. President Coin, who was the leader of this rebellion, would obviously be executed, as would Katniss Everdeen, who was the Mockingjay and the face of the rebellion.
And the whole idea of revolution will be discredited.
And the idea of her? The idea of the Mockingjay?
Plutarch Heavensby, who was the head of the underground rebels in the capital and who had tricked Snow into trusting him, would also be executed. The remaining victors like Peter, Annie, Beatty, and Abaria and Joanna would also be executed. They are the faces of all of these different districts rebelling against the capital, and that can't be allowed. Along this line, the surviving members of Squad 451, also known as the Star Squad, would also be executed.
Squad 451, you're my unit. Lieutenant Jackson is my second in command.
If you need a refresher, this is the squad that Katniss joins, and they are the on-camera faces of the rebel forces.
You're to be the on-screen faces of the invasion.
Any other people who are high up in the rebellion or high up in the District 13 ranks would also be executed. This also includes all of the mayors of the different districts. Basically, anyone who had anything to do with being in charge or coordinating an act of the rebellion would be executed. The districts in themselves would also be punished though. There would be more peacekeepers in each of the districts, and the laws would be stricter and more enforced, much like what happened in the crackdown in District 12 after Peter and Katniss' victory tour.
You're all under curfew! Anyone out after dark will be shot on sight!
The more privileged districts, like Districts 1, 2, and 4, would lose their privileges and any kind of comfort that they had. District 12 would have stayed completely obliterated and District 13 would have joined it. The capital would not make the same mistake again. They wouldn't let a district who had already openly rebelled against them survive. Any sign of a future rebellion would immediately be quenched in any of the districts. As for the Hunger Games in themselves, it's hard to say what would have happened. Would the games become worse and harsher on the tributes as extra punishment? Would there be more tributes in each games? Would there even be a victor, or would the last tribute standing be executed by the capital? The point of having a winner in the games, as Snow explains, is to give hope to the districts, hope that one of their kids will win and survive.
Hope. It is the only thing stronger than fear.
But this hope that the districts were allowed to have created a rebellion, so maybe no more hope? Kill all of the children regardless of who actually won as a punishment? As a reminder that no one beats the capital, no one can ever win? Another thing to do with the games, would there be more quarter quells, or would they be even worse than they already have been? What do you think would have happened had the rebellion failed? And especially, what do you think would have happened to the Hunger Games had the rebellion failed? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And until next time, happy bubbles! If you want to see any of my other videos, you can click on the box on the left to find out if there had already been failed rebellions in the past, or you can click on the box on the right to find out if the last symbolic Hunger Games actually happened. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos!